Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome back to Keys to Abundant Living. We were talking about the love of God, specifically as it relates to this word called agapeo or agape. It's the God kind of love. It is distinctive from all of the other types of love, such as eros and phileo or storge. It's a love that centers only from God and or those who have God. I was giving distinctives in the last segment, whereas eros admires because of the value of the other party, where agape redeems. It creates value because of the other party. Philia primarily engages people like us, whereas agape reaches people that are different from us. It's really a commitment to those who are deemed by society as unworthy. It reminds me of that fella named Zacchaeus when Jesus was teaching and he was going down the road and Zacchaeus was in the tree. Zacchaeus was hated by his own people because he gouged them, took their money, took some money to the side, and taxed them severely. He was disrespected severely. But when Jesus saw him, he said, Zacchaeus, come down, because I'm going to eat at your house today. Zacchaeus changed his life because of the love that Jesus had shown him. And here's the key: because he was unworthy. Even though he was unworthy, Jesus showed him worth. That's what you call grace. The favor of God that Zacchaeus could not earn. The favor of God that Zacchaeus did not deserve. And that's the same kind of favor that he reached out to me and to you with. That's that transformative love. That's the God kind of love. It's a commitment to the unworthy. It's a sacrificial love that derives its joy from giving. In other words, the sacrificial love does not need to be pleased. It's pleased in pleasing. Oh God, I hope you got that. It is the God kind of love that gets joy in seeing you full of His presence and His power. Philia invests in those that feel affection, but agape invests until they feel affection. Might that be a reason why God is pulling on your heart now? Because He wants to reach you to help you to see that there is no human source of this kind of love. It has to be given, and it has to be received. And on this last segment, I just want to distinctively show some differences, if you will, in the agape and what has been characterized as the 5 love languages. Many of you all have heard of it. Outstanding book by Gary Chapman. We, as a church, brought many of our marriage partners to a seminar he did many years ago. It was outstanding. Must have had about 700 people there. And so it speaks to the emotional love languages that most of us can link to, at least 1 or 2 of these 5 languages. One is physical touch. Another is called acts of service. Another quality time. Another gifts. And another words of affirmation. What it's really saying is that those 5 characteristics of emotional love is how we get our energy. There are people that love to get gifts. That's a means by which they receive love and feel love. The person who has words that encourage them, that's how they feel love. A person like my wife, she can care less if you give her a gift. Come do some work. Do some work around the house. Clean up the garage. Vacuum the floors. That's how she receives her love. Some people, they've received their love by time. Quality time. Just sitting down, talking to them. You don't have to give them anything but yourself. All of these are acts of love. But here's the point I'm making, because the assumption that I'm sure Mr. Chapman, who wrote that great book, had in creating these 5 love languages from his experience with counseling couples for many, many years. The assumption is that it's rooted and grounded in the agape, in the love of God. Here's why that distinction must be made. Because I have found when I counsel people, they all want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. But just think about it. Unless the love language of quality time is rooted in the agape, Somebody could be spending quality time with you to use you. Somebody could be giving you a gift because they're after another goal. You follow me? They might be giving you a gift because they know you like gifts. But what they're really doing is using you. They have an ultimate plan. They could be, and by the way, excuse the vulgar language, but they could be pimping you. In fact, that's what pimps do. Pimps look for the weaknesses and the lack of love that many people may have had, and they shower them with gifts, and they shower them with the things that they value, but they have an ultimate goal in mind, and that goal is self-serving. That goal is not about you, it's about them. And so therefore, ultimately, a person can be destroyed because they are looking for love in the wrong places. You must have the love of God before you can be all that God has called you to be. You must have His sacrificial love. I have so much more to say on that. Come back in the next segment in Jesus' name.